and I appreciate you. Richardson Hitchins, what's going on, champ? Appreciate you.
Richardson Hitchins, what's going on, champ?
Got a little bit of a feedback.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
I hear you.
What's up? How you doing, my guy?
I'm chilling, man. Appreciate you jumping on, man. So, obviously, let's jump into it. I'm going to get Coach Lenny on as well. I seen the news on your social media early this morning, about 5 hours ago. I was excited because that was going to be my second topic, which it is. But when I get ready to do it, I see that Devin is denying that this is even true, but you haven't taken it down from your story. So tell me that you just know something he don't know yet. They ain't put him on what's going to happen yet. That's what's going on?
Nah, I'm just fucking around. Ain't nothing. I mean, it's a talk. Obviously, that the fight makes sense. So ain't nothing serious. Ain't nothing that's like been sent out or nothing. But it's definitely something that's very most likely possible.
Well, keeping with that in mind, I mean, it's safe to say that you're willing to face him in Saudi Arabia. That wouldn't be an issue.
I'll face him in his living room. Pay me that right money, you heard?
For sure. I only asked because obviously Teofimo had some issues with that after he had words with Atlas Sheik on social media. I just want to make sure, location isn't an issue for you. You did post legacy. I was just debating with a caller saying, for you, it's a legacy fight because Devin is the first undisputed 2-division champ you would be beating. Is that why you put the word legacy?
It's not even that. It's just Devin Haney's an established name and a cemented name in boxing. So beating him and beating the Teofimo Lopez's, we're talking about pound for pound talk now. Top of pound for pound list. So me getting them guys under my belt and fighting them guys, competing and beating them guys, that'll just show the world what I've been trying to show the world. I've been trying to tell people I'm one of the best fighters in the world. So I'm gonna just prove that.
So can we get some backstory? When did this beef kind of start? Because I feel like y'all sparred, so you were helping each other, or was it never helped? And you sparred him, but y'all was never friends. Like I assumed y'all was friends because y'all sparred and y'all grew up in the amateurs. I think y'all 1 year apart, right? You 1 year older.
Yeah, nah, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was cool, but we sparred a few times, and it first started. The girl that was there at the sparring, she was on Instagram Live, and like live, on Instagram Live, it could be like 5 people on the live or some shit at the same time. Basically saying she see me whoop on Devin in the gym, or like get the best of Devin, but I wasn't saying nothing on the live, so he felt the way. He addressed it when he seen me, but we was cool. But then I think somebody said Richardson Hitchins is better than Devin Haney, and I said I am. I retweeted. I said I am. And ever since that, we just always going back and forth.
Do you think this is the perfect time for you to prove that you're better than him? Or if you had it your way, you'd want him to get one more fight due to what happened with Ryan? Or you think he's back, he's ready?
Nah, I just feel like the fight that he fought with Jose Ramirez was smart. The money was already secured. The bag was already secure. Well, I'm going to go out here and I could beat this guy easily in a boxing match. Like it might not be entertaining, but I could beat him easily. No punishment. I'm in New York. I could go chill, fuck my bitches, do what I want to do. Like I'm gonna go get this money real quick, and then me and Ryan gonna get the crazy bag. So I'm gonna just box and move. I get it. Like I get it. Like what it is. You feel me? You see, the next day he pulled up to the jewelry store. He bought like $1 million in watches. It was easy money. You feel me? He went and did what he did. So I don't think like he's like anybody like any different. Like, I don't think like it's like anything been taken out of him or he's scared how the world is saying. I just feel like he just didn't have to go in his bag for that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Obviously, since this last fight with George Kambosos, the rivalry between you two, not specifically you and him, but your fan bases has escalated. People are now starting to say, you're better than Devin. You stopped Kambosos. Devin had 24 rounds and couldn't stop him or even drop him. Do you feel that way? Even though you didn't fight that same version, do you feel you showed you're better because you dropped him and stopped him?
I mean, they try to say that George Kambosos is still a young fighter. They try to say that he's not the same, he's not washed up, or he's this. They trying to just basically give excuses. But when Devin being for undisputed, he wasn't washed up. But the guy came from a war with Teofimo Lopez, so that didn't take nothing out of George Kambosos. When George Kambosos beat Tio, that was a war. When Devin beat George Kambosos, it wasn't a war. He just boxed him, and it was simple. So I don't think that took nothing out of George Kambosos. I just feel like I just showed that it's more in my bag than Devin Haney. I was more ready for the moment. But granted, you know, uh, George. To be honest, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The fight with George Kambosos and Tio, it was they hit each other so much. If I even the fact that George was undefeated after beating Tio, he still shows so much flaws in his game to where it's like I can't even say that. Oh, like maybe he had more momentum at that time. He was undefeated. He just beat Teofimo Lopez. It was like a fight where it was like they was going to war. You know what I'm saying? Like they was hitting each other. So it was both of them showed like chinks in both armors. You know what I'm saying? Because if George Kambosos washed up, Teofimo washed up. Because he took a lot of punishment that fight.
So, yesterday, Bill sent me screenshots that he called Keith and showed me conversation with Keith, but then showed me unanswered messages from Keith. So he's been trying to reach out to Keith Conley, your manager, to see if y'all serious about the fight. According to screenshots, Keith hasn't answered them back. Have you instructed Keith to contact the Haneys or whoever is in charge of the Haneys to get this fight going?
I ain't good no. Keith haven't told me nothing about Bill Haney texting him. He haven't told me nothing about Bill Haney reaching out or him not replying to Bill Haney. So I don't know what it is. As far as if I'm serious about the fight, they know I'm serious about the fight. I want that fight. Like that's the fight. I want him. I've been saying him or Teofimo, but me and Devin, we can definitely fight. They feel like I'm better. They better than me. I know I'm better than me. Let's compete. I feel like I'm better. Like I said, it's nothing personal against none of these guys. When it come to boxing, niggas cannot fuck with me. And I'm gonna show them.
You still there, champ? Looks like he got a call. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely showed that you could turn it up. Was it the fight? Did you just see the opening? Or was it playing in the back of your mind the whole Turkey Al-Sheikh, Tom and Jerry shit? So you like, let me just knock this dude out.
I'm getting comfortable. Like I'm getting comfortable as a professional. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a mind thing with me. As far as like, sometimes you gotta get comfortable to really show your bag of tricks. To really show I was just comfortable. Like I just fought in Puerto Rico. I just fought for the championship. I just fought an undefeated guy that the world was seeing that was gonna beat me. I went there and took care of business. It's like, and with George Kambosos, there's no doubts. I'm comfy. I'm in my living room right now. This is regular. So now I'm comfortable as a pro. I know how to catch the shots with my gloves. I know certain things how it feel. So now the world could start seeing more and more of me. And that was not even. They didn't even get to see my full bag yet. Like they didn't even get to see my full bag yet because every fight is gonna be something different. So the opponent is gonna be a different type of opponent. I'm always bringing something different. So it was a great performance though. So it was just me being comfortable. That's what it was.
So far you got about 3 nemesis, right? Like Floyd had his Pacquiao, his McGregor. He had Castillo, Corrales, Maidana. He had a bunch. Right now you got about 3 nemesis, maybe even 4 with Keyshawn. I would say, Devin, Keyshawn, Gary Antoine Russell came out yesterday and was like, how this man won and didn't call me out and I beat him 4 times. The world gives a lot of shit to Keyshawn for losing to Andy, and Andy calls him his daddy and all this crazy shit, but people don't really give you any shit for losing to Gary or quote-unquote not getting it back in blood. Is that something you want? And how do you feel about Gary trying to make it a thing that you didn't mention him?
I just feel like he's trying to promote himself now. You know, he's trying. He should have been. He should have. This guy wasn't calling nobody out. This guy wasn't calling nobody. I think he probably called out Devin Haney. Before he grabbed the belt and stuff, but He wasn't talking. This guy didn't even have an Instagram. So now I guess he's trying to promote himself. I'm not saying he don't want to fight, but it's like obviously you see if now that he's using social media, he obviously see my team got other plans. And he's seeing the headlines with me and Matias, me and Matias, me and Teofimo, me and Devin Haney. So if if your name is not being brought up, it's like I have a team and they have other plans with me. So it's like if he knows the business. I mean, obviously he know the business because his brother was a top pro, so he know like how this go. But I just look at it like you're promoting yourself. I mean, that is a big fight. He do have a belt, but he got business. He got to get back in blood. Puello's over there with him. Puello's over there with him, and Puello wins his fight with Matias. He should be winning get that belt, that fight with Puello. Because right now, to my understanding, Gary Antoine Russell is scheduled to defend his WBA belt. He has a mandatory, right? So I don't. Why would I call your name if you're scheduled to fight? I just fought a few days ago to fight. So obviously, how I look at it now, Ness, he's promoting himself. You know what I'm saying? If you already got somebody you got to fight, why you don't even know if you got to handle that business first. So that's how I look at it.
So safe to say you feel like he was just clouting himself. You being nice by saying promoting clout chasing. You being nice by saying promoting himself. I feel like.
Yeah, I just feel like it's no way. Why would I call up a fighter that we not on the same side? None of that. Just fought Saturday. I have a fight that I have a mandatory fight that I have to fight. What we talking about right now? You have to go. You have mandatory. We don't like. And then you also see me trying to get Teofimo in the ring with me. Me and Teofimo got the same manager. You see me and Devin. Me calling out Devin. Why? Like, whoa. Now out of nowhere, you got all this to say.
How do you feel about the whole get it back in blood? Like, obviously, the world wants Devin to fight Ryan at all costs. Do you feel like your amateur rivalry merits for you to get it back in blood, quote unquote?
It's amateurs and amateurs. Gary's not the only person I lost on the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? I had losses in the amateurs. I'm a different fighter. He has the belt. It makes sense now. So I'm not looking at like, oh, this guy, everybody that beat me in the amateurs, I need it back. Jermaine Ortiz beat me in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Which was a robbery. They took a point away from me, and I was robbed that fight. It's on YouTube. Everybody go see that. But it's the pros. Like Gary makes sense because he has a belt. I get it. Like he has leverage, but it's still like I don't give a fuck about no amateur fights. I'm a way different fighter. I was learning at that time. I was only boxing for 5 years at that time when me and Gary fought. He was already in the gym as a kid. Now I'm perfecting my craft. Like it's not the same fighter.
Well, speaking of
Half of the kids,
leverage,
half of the kids that
oh,
came up with us, half of the kids that came up with us, when me and Gary were competing against each other, out of all them kids, only me, Shakur, Boots, and Gary is the only world champions. So many guys that was and Teofimo Lopez. It's so many guys that was coming up with us that's not even here now. You know what I'm saying?
you brought up the word leverage. I'm sure you've seen your now quote unquote former promoter felt some type of way with you calling your free agency. I'm on the outside looking in, but I gotta just say how I feel. I was more like, damn, why Hitchins ain't talk to him first? Like, give him first right, not first right match, but first dibs, because you put me on. And I've seen so many of your interviews recently where you were saying how Eddie changed your life. What made you call free agency, which now seems to have, I ain't gonna say bothered Eddie, but certainly hurt Eddie, because that's the word he used.
Wait, man.
Um,
Before Richardson answers that question, man. Salute to you and your independence, my brother. Because if you would have lost, niggas would have got you out the motherfucking paint, my nigga. You won. You honored your contract. You honored your contract, nigga. Niggas talking about his door falling off. Niggas ain't sell tickets here. No, 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 no. You don't get to cry. This nigga honored his contract. He's independent. Respectfully, you can go ahead, bro. Cook, nigga.
not.
Cook.
I don't really. I really want to get into that with me and Eddie. Eddie, like I said, he gave me the opportunity when I needed it, and the structure when I needed it the most to even be in the talks now with the Devin Haney's and the Teofimo Lopez's and to become, now starting to become a boxing star. So, I don't even want to get into that. Obviously, I want to continue a relationship with Eddie. You know, I love Eddie. I respect him as a man. He's always been a gentleman to me, and yeah, that's just what it is.
So I seen that clip of you saying that you was you used the word begging to get a fight during the Rolly Tank, man.
You said what?
That it was a clip that you did with Akin Barat, and you was talking about why you was really frustrated with Mayweather, and it was about something about a Rolly Tank fight that you wanted to get on that card or something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean the situation was with this as far as like Tank Davis, wanting to say that he did this and did that for me. I didn't fight. The whole time I was thinking it was Mayweather Promotions that didn't put me on a card because it made no sense to me. I'm like I'm fighting Phoenix, Arizona. It's May and Javante and Rolly is fighting next week in New York. Me at that time, I'm thinking it's Mayweather Promotions, but me and Tank was kind of beefing at that time. So when we hashed things out, I was explaining to him like, "Yo, that's fucked up. They didn't put me on the card, da da." And he basically was like, "Nah, I'm the one that told him to put you on the card." So that was one of the things that led me into leaving Mayweather Promotions because I'm like, "Yo, like, oh, like." Y'all just took me off this card. Y'all can't help promote me. Y'all ain't got no say so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really got no power. If it's a big fight in Brooklyn, this man says, yo, he's not fighting my cards. Like, I need to go somewhere else. Like, this ain't the place for me. Like, you feel me? So that
Absolutely.
was really the situation with that, from my understanding. You know what I'm saying? But however, what it was it whether he said no, she said, I felt like it was disrespectful to me that it was a big card in New York and it's 2022. It's a big card in New York, fresh off the pandemic. Barclays Center's back open, and I'm a Brooklyn fighter, and I'm not even on the card. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely understand. That's why I wanted you to touch on it. But you kind of touched on something that all ties in. We watched this right before you came on. We watched this Tiger Johnson interview, Delonte, where he's obviously giving his thoughts on you and his beef. But he pointed out like trying to assassinate your character in the sense that he's like, look at him. None of his closest friends rock with him. Tank Shakur. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity like that I mean, because he making it seem like it's you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, I don't know Tiger Johnson. Me and Tiger Johnson, we don't know each other like that. We sparred. He's a person that I've seen him. We been around each other in boxing situations. We never hung out outside of boxing or boxing gym. He don't know me. I don't know him. Even the situation me and him started, he keeps saying like, I don't know why. I don't know why this guy came out of nowhere, started talking shit. He's weird. I didn't come out of nowhere. When I was at his fight, he was in his corner. I was sitting near his corner while he was in the ring competing, and I said, "Tiger, show me something." Like I'm like, "You better show me something." All that shit you was talking, but he didn't know where it was coming, where it was stemming from. It was a video when Raymond Ford just fought for his first world title. Eddie was there in Connecticut or wherever it was, upstate somewhere, and Eddie was telling him about the guys that he has at 140. And Eddie was like, I got this guy, I got Hitchins, and Tiger Johnson looked at him and was like, "You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that." He's like, Eddie was like, "You sure, Richardson?" Like he was like, "You don't want to do that." Like basically, I'm like, "What?" Like we sparred and all type of shit. Like you feel me? Like you know what it is with me. So when he was fighting, I was talking my shit. Like show me something. I wasn't disrespecting him in his corner. Like fuck you, a bitch. I'm just like, show me something. Like you all that shit you was talking. Show me something while you fighting right now. That's when this whole situation came when he came out the ring and he was doing all that extra shit. But the nigga don't know me, so it's like you can't say what you don't know. You don't know Tank, you don't know Shakur, and you don't know me. These are people you know about from boxing. You see us in a boxing situation. I slept head to toe with Tank. I slept head to toe with Shakur. I know these niggas, but personally, so it's like you can't speak on something you don't. You talking about look who don't and who don't fuck with who or whatever. Because any situation that me and Tank got in, or any situation that me and Shakur got in, it stemmed from boxing. There never was no issue where it's like you feel me? Like it was never no shit where I did some shit to niggas like on some personal shit. I'm trying to fuck a
Right.
nigga bitch or I'm trying to steal from a nigga. It's more
Yeah.
like about boxing. Me and Tank, we fell off because that situation with Edgar and Canelo, when and the situation was really just me telling Edgar, yo, even Tank thought you was gonna get knocked out, and that nigga gave you respect. Like he said, "Nah, you fought Canelo." Like yo, he did his thing. He went 12 rounds with Canelo. Edgar just went on Twitter and just was like, "Yeah, I know you was telling Richardson I was gonna get knocked out." He left the part out when I said Tank was giving you your flowers, so it kind of seemed like I was trying to, you feel me, talk crazy on a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the situation. Me and Tank, and obviously me and Shakur was, I just gave my honest input of him and Edwin De Los Santos, where I should have never came out into the world and said how I felt about the fight, because the world was already bashing him. So me being his friend and added and just saying how I really felt, he wasn't feeling it, and I never understood that, because at that time I wasn't used to interviews and all that shit. I speak to y'all how I'm supposed to speak to y'all. I wasn't trying to control no narrative or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I still don't, man. I mean, look, I know it just ain't right. You should be able to give your opinion. It's a fucking fight. Like, y'all win and lose. Y'all been winning and losing all y'all life. I don't see why it changed now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been winning in the amateurs, losing in the amateurs. Opinion's an opinion. It shouldn't, I don't know. It shouldn't cause a rift forever, but that's how Shakur is. He got mad at me
Nah,
for the
Me and
same
Shakur
shit.
hash things out. Me and Shakur
Oh,
hash
that's
things out. Me and
good.
Shakur,
That's good.
yeah, me and Shakur been cool for a little minute now. So since for like a few months now, so we cool now. But like, yeah, like Tiger is the kid is weird. Every time I'm fighting somebody, he's like supporting them or sparring them or like he's just, I don't know, bro. So
He said in this interview we showed, he was like, yeah, if he come to 47, he want that fight. So yeah,
he need
I
a
know that's nothing.
he need to get over a hump though. He's not even fighting for no money. I don't think he's not even fighting. He's not even. He don't have. He haven't made an event, a fight yet. He haven't fought a big name, a step up. He haven't done nothing in boxing. And I think Tiger's like my age or maybe a year younger. He gotta get it going. You know what I'm saying? He haven't been in. I don't think he's been in a fight yet that people are like, I want to see this.
Mm,
So, and there's no disrespect to him. He got to do what he got to do before he start talking. He can't come at me while I'm winning world championships, defending championships, and looking for big fights. And he's trying to. And the only thing now he can say is, "Oh, look at his friends." You can't say nothing about what I'm doing in boxing. So I guess he's got to say other shit.
for sure. To double back to the Haney fight, you are in charge or is Keith in charge? Like, and what I mean by that, like, I'm saying, can you be like, yo, Keith, this the fight I want, see what's going on with this, or do you let Keith bring you all the options?
I mean, obviously, I let him do his job. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't know I don't know every ends in when it comes to business. I know how to fight. I know how to make adjustments in the ring, and obviously, the business part I don't really know about it. So Keith, obviously, he's a friend to me first, so he always tells me what it is and what it ain't, and that's just what it is. So as far as him bringing me options and saying this, that, I gotta listen to the options and I'm gonna weigh my options and see what he tells me. And if I want to go with it, I go with it. If not, obviously I have a choice to be like, I don't want to do that. So
Would you be
ultimately, of
willing?
course, it's up to me.
I'm sorry, I thought you was done.
Nah, I'm listening.
Well, I should preface it different, right? Like, because Puello is fighting Matias, you don't got a mandatory no more, right? Like, I'm sure someone has told you this by now.
Right.
Because win or lose, your mandatory's done. If Matias win, he no longer your mandatory. If he lose, he definitely ain't your mandatory, which gives you the ability to do another voluntary. Would you do that with Keyshawn? Y'all got that beef. Would you offer him a voluntary title shot? Would you be willing to go to his hometown because he sell the tickets so that y'all could both get the most amount of money? Or is that a neutral ground fight and you're still willing to give him an opportunity at a voluntary?
I mean, like I said, I'll fight anybody if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn is a big name. I mean, he's not a big name, but he's becoming a big name.
You
He's like,
muffled out. I don't know if you holding the bottom or the speak. Okay.
you get me?
Yes.
Keyshawn is becoming a big name, and that's the fight that the fight fans are definitely going to see. So that's a goal for a big fight. So if it makes sense, we all will fight each other, like wherever, however. Me, I'm not nobody. I don't duck nobody. If it's as long as it's me and them in a boxing ring and it's in fair grounds, I don't care. It don't really matter if it's in Puerto Rico, New York, Vegas, Saudi Arabia. It really don't matter. Fighters fight, and that's just what it is. So you can't ask me if I'll fight anybody. It's nobody. I believe in my craft. I believe in myself, and it's not that. It's nobody. I don't feel like I won't fight. I feel like Richardson Hitchins is ready to take on all comers.
Out of those four, who's the biggest fight for you? Is Devin the biggest fight?
Everything.
No, but
I
who's the
think I think
biggest?
right now Keyshawn Davis is probably the less big fight because he's moving up
Mm-hmm.
to 140. I don't even think he's a natural 140. I don't even think the kid trying to make weight his last fight. Um, and as far as Devin and Tio, them guys is that every boxing fan know him. Any girl, any casual, anybody, like those are the names in boxing. Like they know. Like I don't think like Keyshawn Davis has a name like that yet. So I feel like obviously those two would be more. And as far as Devin Haney, you know the world already seen Devin battered and beat up. So for me, I know for me, if I got in boxing, you gotta jump on opportunity right there when you got it. But for me, if Devin would have beat Ryan or come off like a big win, and then I would have came and did what I had to do, competing against him, that would have made my stock go crazy. I would have been a pound for pound fighter if me like doing what I do to him. But I feel like a Devin win would still be like, oh, like he's washed or he da da da. We see him with Ryan Garcia, so I think a Teofimo fight would be big because Teofimo, even though he lost to George Kambosos, the world will only remember him for his last few performances, and he haven't got beat up in recent years. You know what I'm saying? He haven't really, He haven't really been in no crazy war or been like knocked down. How Devin was getting knocked down and knocked back up, knocked down. Like, so I feel like I'll probably get more credit as far as boxing, and there's a big storyline behind me and Tio as far as him thinking he from New York, and y'all know I'm a real New Yorker, so.
And you think that fight can actually happen with you two having the same manager? You think Conley would be willing to put both his guys against each other?
He done it before,
With Derevyanchenko and Daniel Jacobs.
yeah. So
Yeah,
How
man, he
how
should.
long do you, how long do you think you got it? 140.
um, right now I don't know. I mean, like I said the other day, I made the weight good. I'm more comfortable with how to deal with the IBF clause, even though I don't want to do that shit. I really feel like I just hate the IBF clause, but making 140 ain't like I think it was a smooth weight cut for me. Like it wasn't like what like making 140 ain't hard, and I've been saying that. I'm not even gonna start capping or throwing anything out there to mislead the people. Making 140 was not hard for me. It's just the IBF shit. Like I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna drink and eat. I'm going. I'm gonna wake up the next morning at least 152 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so to have to be 149 or 150, that should just be annoying. It's not something that's like I still feel like it takes something out of me. But me fighting in fucking New York, like it was perfect for me because I had to be in the arena by like 9 o'clock, so I had all day the next day. But if I'm fighting somewhere in Vegas where I got to be in the arena a little earlier, it could take something out of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with me and Gustavo Lemos. I had to be headed to the arena around 4:30. I just did the IBF weigh-in like 9:30 in the morning, so it was like I barely had that much time to get any thing back in me. But if it's like somewhere in New York, Puerto Rico, where I got to be in the arena at night, is more better for me. So I think that's why we trying to get a unification match or just give up the belt right away. You know what I'm saying?
So what's like the restrictions like compare like give the fans an insight to that because niggas need to know how hard y'all niggas work, bro. Like give us like
Yeah.
compared to like give us the insight. If you can't eat
Okay,
shit or what?
so most fighters, typically when you go into camp, you're losing weight, so your body go shoots up right away. Your body goes up like the minute you drink water, you drink Pedialyte, it sucks up. The IBF belt that I'm fighting for, when most fighters weigh in on Friday morning, they have all the way till Saturday night to get themselves back to 100%. Eat, drink, whatever they need to do to get themselves ready to perform that Saturday. Me with the belt that I have to weigh in on Saturday morning. I can't go past a certain weight, and then I still have to weigh in on fight day. And then after I weigh in on fight day, then I can have that good 6, 7, 8 hour window to eat what I want. And then after that, I have to get ready to perform that night. So while every fighter is getting ready and putting everything they need to in their body to perform from Friday morning, I still have to hold on to a certain type of weight till Saturday morning and start doing that. So that still could take something out of the fighter. So that's
Mm.
why that's why I just have an issue with the IBF clause. You know what I'm saying?
While you have an issue, do you understand it and do you prefer fighting for that belt because it doesn't allow people to be too big when they in the ring with versus yourself?
Nah, I don't. I don't like it because me coming up as a pro, that was never a thing for me. I weigh in, I eat, I feel how I feel. I weigh in, I celebrate. I go out to eat with my family. I sit down, have good dinner, good lunch, good breakfast. Next day, do the same, and I come in the ring and I feel myself. But IBF is like, you gotta still make weight after making weight. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, bro, this shit is dumb.
Bill Haney's in the chat, man. He talking about he called you with Najee yesterday to ask him why he ain't answer.
I said, fuck Bill.
There you go, Bill.
That's Bill Haney don't even be talking to me. If he want to make a fight happen, I have a manager. He could go to Eddie. I'm saying I want the fight. They know I want the fight. I'm
Nah,
not
I'm
capping.
gonna
This ain't
send
for
you these
profit.
screenshots because he certainly called your manager. I'm gonna send you these so you could find out what Keith was up.
Yeah, screenshot so I could get this Keith.
Why'd you kind of like little bro Tio after the fight? Like on national TV, you was like, "Yo, fuck Bill Haney, I want to fight Devin." But then after that, you kind of like grabbed Tio around his neck, was like, "You next, nigga." Like you kind of like
Nah,
it's
I didn't say that. I grabbed him and I said I did what Tio was supposed to do in New York.
yeah. And then you was like, "Yeah, you next, nigga." But it looked like you like little bro them like, "Get out of here, nigga." Like it looked like that, bro. It looked crazy.
Nah, just that's how you do it. I try to tell him like, this is how I fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not none of these people that none of these boys is fighting. I'm not. I'm not. They better pray on their best one shot. If we're in there competing, it's not gonna be easy for nobody. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be easy for nobody. And it's not because I fought George Kambosos. I'm hyped up. Like I told George, I'm on a different. I don't give a fuck who you fought. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. I've been telling him the whole. I'm gonna beat the fuck out you because I know none of them niggas he's fighting is on my level. And I'm telling the same thing with Teofimo and Devin. When I get in the ring with them, it will be the toughest fight they ever had. Like they won't. I'm telling you, it won't be any of that chess match shit that they're talking about. It's gonna be. I'm gonna come in there and dominate. Fact, because I know I'm watching. I'm watching them. I grew up in the gym. I'm seeing what's in front of me. They're not on my level. Period. When it comes to boxing, they're not on my level. That's just what it is. And when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna promote the fight. I'm gonna talk my shit. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna back it up. And the world gonna say that nigga knew something we didn't. That's it.
Cambosa spoke highly of your jab, man. He said, you was the better man, but it was more about the jab. Can you, I guess, speak to that?
Man, he could say it was a job. I was hitting him with uppercuts, right hands, body shots, up and down with the stick. It wasn't just a jab. But my accuracy that fight was I was like 8 out of 10. I probably barely missed every time I threw. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just a jab, but I feel like I have if the world want to just go out there and believe like it's just a jab. All Hitchins guys a jab. He jabs. He jabs. Let them believe that. They just got to do their homework. They got to be in the gym and watching me spar, because I could do a lot. My bag is very versatile. I'm a full, well-rounded fighter. I train every day to perfect my craft. So Cambosis, I was him so much, he probably don't even know what else shit he was getting hit with. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Damn.
But he was tough. He was tough. I give him respect. He was tough. He was a tough competitor. But when it comes to boxing, I'm really good at boxing, and it's gonna take a special fighter to be in the ring with me and make me feel like I seen something different. I feel like I seen a whole lot of shit in my experience and the people I've been in the ring with.
So
As
making
a as
140 isn't an issue, and I only ask because obviously Sabril's going to be fighting Puello. That's a turkey fight. It's a 140-pound fight. They might look to you to be the next unification for those two belts, and so I'm just making sure you still good with the weight.
Yeah, 140 is not hard to make, but obviously I don't want to be at 140 for too long. You know what I'm saying? I've been at 140 for some time. I do want to make weight, you know, just like, you know, it feel good when you make weight and you could eat how you want in camp or whatever. Like, you know, like every fighter wants to do that. So 140, it's not how it was when I first turned pro. When I start losing weight 2-3 weeks before the fight. It's not like that, but I still make 140, and yeah, I do want to go up to 147. I have options right now. If I want to go up to 147 and get a big fight up there, I can. If I want to make unification, I can. I have options. So, yeah, it really don't matter.
I made a few polls on a couple of different platforms and asked different questions pertaining to the fight. One about, will the weight matter? Do you think the weight would matter, having to fight him at 47 versus having to fight at 40? Does Devin have an advantage being there before you? And, you know, having weighed 165 in the fight with Regis, is he the naturally bigger man, or do you think you're the naturally bigger man?
I don't know. I seen him when he jumped in the ring for Jose Ramirez. He didn't seem that big. I was right ringside watching me. I didn't look at him like, oh, this is like a big ass. And he's not a puncher like that. So it don't like his size wouldn't matter. He don't punch. So he's not like a devastating knockout power puncher. Like, you know, so I don't think like him being a bigger man gonna matter. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel you have more power because you have like 40% and he got like 49 or 46% knockout ratio, but he got more fights than you and you got less
Yeah.
fights. So do you feel you have more power?
I just feel I'm a better fighter. It don't matter about power. I just feel I'm a better fighter.
Yeah, you know, I didn't think it ever didn't matter about power, but you're starting to make it seem that way. Like you really do separate yourself from your opponents. It started with the Juan Bowser fight, the Cepeda fight, the Bottle fight, and this fight. You know, obviously the Lemons fight, you held a little more than what people wanted, but outside of that, you really showed levels not having this knockout power. Is it about accuracy more than power?
But yeah, I'm just my timing. My timing and my accuracy is very precise.
How does that
I'm very
disrupt your opponent to the point where they are reluctant to come in? Because if it ain't hurting them, why they scared to come in? And I'm not
something they
saying it's
feeling.
not hurting. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
not
something
hurting.
they. I can't even tell you what an opponent is feeling when I'm touching them, but I just know like it's me landing. The reason I'm so accurate because it's my timing. So they're feeling something. They're seeing something. They're not naturally just trying to just say fuck it and just come in. And every guy I fought, I've hurt. Everybody I fought, I've hurt. George Kambosos is the first guy I already said I'm gonna go in there and hunt him down. But every guy I done touch, I've hurt it. I don't. It's barely maybe a very few fighters I've done been in the ring with, and I really didn't hurt them. But most of the guys I touch, they get hurt. So I got something.
It's that Mayweather pop, man. Everybody said Mayweather ain't have power, but ain't nobody walked that nigga down. That's that Mayweather pop this nigga got, man. Rich from the outside looking in. Outside looking in, man. I don't know how quick the turnaround could be, but you, Devin Haney, on Netflix, September 13th, for the millions of the world to see, your talent on display, bro, that's huge, bro. Bro,
Yeah,
Netflix, bro, not Tio. You and Devin Haney on Netflix, bro. That's
that's what it's
huge.
about.
So you
That's
saying
what
the
it's about.
Canelo Crawford undercard?
That's what it's
Yes,
about.
yeah.
That's what it's about. It's about going out there, promoting boxing to the boxing fans. You know, show us displaying our talent on an even playing field. You know, no cheating, no steroids, no funny hand wraps. Everybody being on even playing field, and two guys going out there and competing and seeing who's the best at what they do. And I feel like if it's like that, I feel like just with the guys we naming, I just feel like I'm better than them. So it really don't matter. I don't like. And then the crazy thing, like I just feel like we've been in the ring with each other. So it's like they know, but they believe in themselves, and that's what's fun. Like I love a nigga that believe in themselves, because I believe in myself. So let's get it. You feel
You
me?
said
Like
that's
his
what's
dad and all,
funny.
they believe in themselves.
Bro, but
It's
you making
lit.
it sound like you always got the better of them because you like they believe in themselves. That's what's funny.
No, because they boxed me back then, which he got better, but I'm not the same fighter that he boxed in 2019. And I was getting but you could still tell at that time I was the better fighter. You get what I'm saying? You could still tell I was a. But you watch us at that time. If you watch me and Devin box, you could. If you would look like this is Devin Haney, but who the fuck is that guy? Who's that? Like my talent would speak for. Like you look at it like, who's that guy? I mean, it is what I'm an established name in the boxing world. So it's not like I'm just talking some bullshit. Like I always had the talent. It wasn't. I wasn't having the opportunities and the platform to show it. How Devin and Tio and all these guys were showing it, but.
So it's safe to say that you're okay with this fight being on the undercard of a Turkey Al-Sheikh card, because you reposted that it was potentially you and Devin. I know you said you were just playing, but it still said you would be the undercard, so you have no issues being an undercard fighter, right?
I mean, if that's what it have to be for the money to get put down,
Let's
that's what it
go.
got to be. I mean, that would be a big fight, main event, shit like that. That's definitely a lit fight, but I guess, I mean, you never know with Turkey. It's still a lot of big fights, he's looking to make. And I think that's, when my name in the mix now, it's a big fight. I feel like even Devin and Teal was supposed to be a main event. Like that's like main event type of fights. I really want to see that on the undercard, but if it is what it is, that's what it is.
All right, my last one. I'm Turkey, and I'm like, all right, Hitchins, amazing performance. I want to give you a 3-fight deal. What's the 3 fights you want in the order you want them?
I can't even think of that right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
What?
I can't. In a
Come on,
3-fight
man. You
already.
just said T.O. bigger than Haney, so you want T.O. first. You said everybody know T.O. and Haney, so T.O. is the one you want first.
No, I never saw one T.O. first. I think T.O. fight would give me more recognition. Boxing will try to take nothing away from him because he didn't get battered and beat up. Nobody seen him get dropped, get up, drop, get up, drop, get up. But I ain't say I want him first.
Hey, yo, you doing that on purpose because Bill in the chat?
No, I don't really what happened, bro.
Keep
Drop,
saying,
got up,
you
drop.
keep saying battered and drop, get up. You know he cheated.
Who cheated? Come on, bro. Come on.
Brian,
All right. He cheated.
wait.
But
So you don't think the Ostarine had nothing to do with it?
bro, if you saying he cheated, that's why it happened. That's why it happened. I guess he cheated.
No, I want your opinion because you laughing, eating Cheetos now,
Yeah, it
making
was
it seem like
definitely
I'm
yes.
tripping.
Bro, cheating is cheating. We do not
Okay.
allow that. Devin Haney's
Okay.
undisputed world champion, chasing greatness, Money Mayweather, the best thing since sliced bread. Yes, that's what it is. That's what he is. When I fight him, that's what the world needs to know. We don't need to know nothing about Ryan Garcia cheated. And what I'm about to do, I'm doing it the fair way. Me and Devin will be competing. And when I beat him, it will be the honest, the fair way, the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we don't cheat over here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
So,
for sure.
so yeah. So, what was the last question you asked me?
Nah,
My fault.
well, Tone seems to think it wasn't the Ostarine, that they just came into the ring with the wrong game plan. Do you feel the game plan was off? And what from that fight can you take and use to your advantage if you fight Devin Haney?
I'm throwing mad left hooks. Bare left hooks. Coming in just left hooking crazy. I know it's gonna hit him.
What do you think about the article? Was that Ring Magazine that wrote or Boxing Scene? One of them wrote the article that you kind of like you did no boring boxing, like you didn't like they got
No,
the new
you
Devin
got
Haney
the anecdote to boring boxing was the title. I seen that.
antidote to the Devin Haney rule.
What? This dude love hating
No,
on Dev.
I'm not
nah,
hating on that.
You calling it
Bill
the
Haney
Devin Haney
said,
rule.
Bill Haney said that I got hit so much in the fight. I'm about to fight. I don't think I got hit. And his son got hit in both fights more than me than I got hit. Because we didn't even get to make it to 12th round. So I didn't even get to even give him a space to even hit me as much as he hit Devin. And I'm a fact he didn't hit me as much as Devin got hit in the fight. But, Bill was like butthurt. He was leaving the arena. He like, fuck. He just performed like that. He had to say something. Bill is good at controlling narrative. I like Bill.
Did you
But
see him
he
in the
gotta
crowd?
stop.
Did you see him in the crowd? Hey,
Yeah,
heckling you?
I told him Devin could get it next. I told him in a press conference, I'm taking this whole shit over. My black ass is hungry. I want this whole shit. Like they gotta see me. Like, Cole, I'm gonna go on this phone. You're gonna send me them screenshots. I'm alright. I'm on the way right now to call Keith. I want the fight. Like, I want the fight. Like, I want the fight. Cause I know
Bill,
this
Bill,
is
Bill,
he's food.
What's your
That
thoughts
nigga
on
better
the
get in the
fight?
gym. That nigga in Tokyo, he better get in the gym right now. Facts. He better get in the gym right now. I'm
You
coming.
you calling him fool, right? So like he's also kind of side negotiating with Brian Norman Jr. Do you think he can win that fight, or is he barking up the wrong tree?
You're Brian Norman Jr.?
No, could Devin win that fight? Asking for a fight with
Yeah,
Brian Norman Jr.
Devin beat him.
Really?
Yeah. I boxed Brian Norman before.
But you ain't see his left hook in the last fight versus Cuevas? He was hooking with a hook, and
Yeah, but that's not
man,
Devin Haney though. Devin Haney ain't gonna sit there for that.
damn,
I don't think he
okay,
got the tools to get to Devin.
really?
Yeah. I would want that fight at 147.
The Brian Norman Jr.
Facts.
fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I would take that fight.
Wow.
damn, at
Like, even
147,
I'm not a big 140. Huh?
at 147, you'll fight Brian Norman Jr.?
You want that
Yeah.
belt?
I'll fight him or Barrios. Facts. At 147. Swear to God, on my life I'll fight them.
Do you think Barrios is gonna win? A lot of people picking
Brian Norman
Pacquiao.
dangerous though. Brian Norman is dangerous, but I just feel like Devin can beat him. Like, he is obviously got the punching power, but I feel like he don't got. I don't think he's skillful like Devin Haney.
Bill out of control. Bill really in the chat tells some call Keith now. Bill on extra troll mode, man.
Yo, Bill don't gotta worry. I want it just as bad as he do. I don't know why. You don't have to press me and do none of that. I will call. We want it. What you think? We don't want it? We hungry over here. We want it. Yes, we want it. We want the fight. Like, you don't gotta. You don't gotta keep none of that. We want it.
At,
Just how you want it, nigga. I know you want it. We want it too. And Devin definitely in a big fight. Cause he definitely in a big fight. For a fact.
on
Cause
Netflix. Turkey. We
whatever.
need that
It don't matter.
Netflix.
I don't matter what is on Netflix. Don't matter what the fuck. Saudi, Times Square, whatever the fuck they want to put that shit on.
Well, those are all my questions, champ. You got anything for him, Tone, before we wrap it up? 'Cause I got to get his
No,
train on.
man. Keep cooking, bro. Keep cooking, man.
I will, man. See y'all soon.
All right, champ. We appreciate you. Let me text Coach Lenny.